to be talking about a Twitter war. Not the one that I thought I'd be talking about today, but the Twitter feud I need to be discussing. And that is the one between Simone Biles and Riley Gaines. Yes, we know that Trump obviously is in a long feud with Elon, which honestly I completely expected and was waiting for that to happen. So the fact that it has now happened is not shocking to me in the slightest. But this one actually is. So seemingly out of nowhere, Simone Biles posted this on X this weekend, and she said, "At Riley Gaines, you're truly sick. All of this campaigning because you lost a race. Straight up sore loser. You should be uplifting the trans community and perhaps finding a way to make sports inclusive or creating a new avenue where trans feel safe in sports. Maybe a transgender category in all sports. But instead, you bully them. One thing's for sure is no one in sports is safe with you around." Exclamation mark, etc.
Oh, wow, Greg. What about another exclamation mark?
There is so much to this, okay? Just to give you a little bit more context, though, as to why she even suddenly said this, she responded to a tweet from Riley, who just tweeted something about the comments being off under a post about a softball team where the pitcher is a male. Number one, first of all, here, okay? Riley didn't lose. It's honestly comical when I see these people try to come at Riley because they always say, well, you know, you're just a sore loser. They say she came in 5th place. I saw a bunch of that in the comments. She didn't. She won first. But then also so did Leah Thomas because they tied. So she tied with a male, which honestly is a flex because even the male couldn't beat her because she's just that good. But she didn't lose, okay? She literally won that race. And she frankly has even more room to talk about this issue because she was directly impacted by it and saw what it did to the swimming community. So that's a lie. Straight up sore loser. It's literally comical. She doesn't even have her facts straight, and yet she wanted to go at Riley. Like, try to take a swing and misses. She misses here. Oh yeah, and then she goes on talking about making a community for trans people to feel safe, which, why is that Riley's job? And then she said, or maybe make a transgender category in all sports. Why? If trans women are women, why should we make a transgender category? I mean, literally, she's by saying that, she's implying that there is a difference. Great, Simone can go do that. That can become her whole brand. That's great. But it's not Riley's, nor should it be. But then Simone went on to tweet again, randomly, she's doubling down, and she said, bully someone your own size, which would ironically be a male at Riley Gaines. So there, Simone is now bullying or body shaming or attempting to do so by implying that there is a difference between men and women. She's saying Riley looks like a man or is the size of a man, which, again, knowing Riley personally is fully comical because Riley is about my size. She's very petite, very cute, very feminine. It's so funny that she's even trying to go there. She's trying to say looking like a man is a jab, while also trying to say that men and women are the same because they can compete in each other's sports. So it's like, girl, because she's muscular? Simone, you too are jacked. And then you've gone on many, many shows and podcasts and talked about this over the years, talking about being body shamed for being more muscular.
I think I've learned to love my muscles a lot more than when I was younger. I got made fun of for my arms a lot, for body shamers. If you love your body, then that's all you can do, so it doesn't matter what anybody else says. And I think it's out of jealousy sometimes.
It's so disgusting to see, especially a woman just coming at another woman's looks for the same thing that she used to be self-conscious about. I mean, what are you doing? What are you trying to prove? That men are typically more muscular? And then you're calling her male? It was simply just one of the stupidest, not well thought out attempts at a dig I have ever seen. I've seen so many people now posting on X photos of Riley and being like, this is the person you're trying to say looks like a man? Like, she doesn't. And even if she did, then you're just body shaming. Then you're being a jerk. Honestly, Riley is still a role model in a lot of ways because although she is not actively swimming competitively anymore, she is still working out. I think every day she's jacked. She inspires me to get more jacked, to eat healthy. And while I haven't yet found time in my busy schedule to work out as much as Riley can, even though when there is a will, there's a way, and I need to find that way, I can at least eat healthy, and I can do that eating Balance of Nature. Because with Balance of Nature fruits and veggies, there has never been a more convenient dietary supplement to ensure that you get that wide variety of fruits and veggies in every single day with 31 different whole fruit and vegetable ingredients. Balance of Nature takes fruits and veggies, they freeze dry them, turn them into a powder, and then put them into a little capsule. Then all you have to do is take those little capsules capsules every day and your body already knows what to do with them. Because they're completely clean, they don't have any of those gross preservatives or artificial flavors or random things that are not anything besides what they are, which is just fruit and vegetables, which is really refreshing in this day and age where everything seems to be plagued with preservatives. Which is why I love taking them. I take them every day, especially when I am not really good at meal prepping or eating that well-balanced diet. By taking Balance of Nature, I am still making sure that I'm getting all those necessary nutrients into my body every single day. It's helping with my routine, and maybe it'll help with my workout routine too, because I get in a good food diet, I can get in a good working out diet, and I can start to get strong again, like Riley. But if you guys want to give Balance of Nature a try, you can go to balanceofnature.com and use promo code Conrad for 35% off your first order as a preferred customer, plus you'll get a free bottle of fiber and spice. That's balanceofnature.com, promo code Conrad today. Get strong, get healthy, go to the gym, work out, because unlike Simone Biles, we encourage that among women. You want to get jacked? Get jacked. Want to get some muscles? Get muscles. And don't let Simone body shame you otherwise. Brat. I hate that. Now, thankfully, Riley, of course, clapped back at this. And this has been a feud. It's still ongoing. I think all weekend, it's just been ramping up. All of these tweets have millions, tens of millions of impressions. But Riley said, "This is actually so disappointing. It's not my job or the job of any woman to figure out how to include men in our spaces. You can uplift men, stealing championships in women's sports with your platform. Men don't belong in women's sports, and I say that with my full chest." Such a good line. So good. However, even though all of the comments quickly ran to Riley's side for the mass majority of this conversation, the media tried to run this story, but tried to label it as if Riley is evil. But it didn't stick, okay? Here is some of the headlines that I thought were especially vile and tone deaf, given how their comment sections reacted. Simone Biles shows her greatness again in standing up for the transgender community. An opinion piece by USA Today. I love the photo they chose for this here because it's just Simone with all of her medals. Medals that she wouldn't have won if she was competing against a man. The hypocrisy. But Simone can say this because she never had to deal with it. People also ran an article and they said, Simone Biles calls out sore loser Riley Gaines for anti-trans sports comments. You're truly sick. It's wild how you take that story and just somehow Simone is painted as like the winner. She is the savior of the trans. Shut up, people in USA Today. No wonder no one reads you anymore. My gosh. Even on Simone's recent Instagram posts, they were just flooded with support for Riley. The masses just aren't buying it anymore. I mean, truly, if you go under any of her recent Instagram posts, it's just Riley. All of it's like, we appreciate Riley. We have all the respect for Riley. You've lost all of our respect. I mean, it's fantastic. Mine's in there too. I added to the fury. It's so funny because you think like, this has become Riley's full-time thing. It feels like just sticking with this one issue. And it just proves that it is an issue because she's spending all day, every day, like fighting this fight about one simple truth that men do not belong in women's sports. And that has become this massive thing that she's doing because it's such an issue. But then for someone like Simone, who has just said nothing for years, suddenly pop in and Riley's like, no, I've been doing this every day. And I say this one truth every single day. And she gets attacked and she doesn't care because it's just the truth. Again, I was talking about this last week with talking about this truth and how you do it compassionately and how do you address the people that are going to be hurt potentially from hearing a blatant truth, which is that men are men and women are women and that men don't belong in women's sports. Like that's just a truth. And I had this Bible verse that is my favorite Bible verse, Philippians 4:8. And the very first thing, it kind of lists out a bunch of whatever is true, whatever is lovely, whatever is pure. And it kind of goes through this list of like, that's what you should be thinking about and talking about. But the first one is whatever is true. And so it reminded me of like, even if it's a tough thing, that doesn't mean you shouldn't talk about it because it is truth. And that's what Riley has done such a beautiful job of just sticking with this simple truth and not letting it be complicated, but just simplifying it and persevering. And I think it's awesome. Now to all of this, Riley also had an amazing video that she just recorded talking about all of this. So you should go watch the whole video. It's over on her Instagram and I believe her Twitter. But this is her reacting to Simone a little bit further.
Yesterday, Simone Biles, the Olympic gymnast, the best of the best, bar none. There is no one else even remotely in her league in women's gymnastics. I guess in an attempt to be inclusive and virtuous, decided to sell out all women and girls who have dreams to achieve and to succeed, and to specifically personally attack and body shame me. She tweeted this out of the blue, like this came out of nowhere, and she said, Riley, me, you're truly sick, all of this campaigning because you lost a race. First of all, if she's insinuating I lost to a man, I've lost several races in my career, that's part of being an athlete. But if she's saying I lost to a man, that's factually incorrect. We tied, besides the point. Straight up sore loser. You should be uplifting the trans community and perhaps finding a way to make sports inclusive or creating a new avenue where trans feel safe in sports. That's not my job, actually, at all. So to say I should be doing this is insane. If she wants to use her platform to uplift men and women's sports, then by all means.
Wouldn't it be funny if Simone that became her whole platform? Like, if she has such issue with Riley talking about women's sports and she wants Riley to actually be talking about transgender sports, Simone, please make that your whole brand. You're already ruining this beautiful legacy that you've created by doing exactly what she's doing right now, but go even harder on that, because you will remain on the wrong side of history here. And people like Riley will win in the end as well, but I will let Riley keep going.
She goes on to say, but instead you bully them. One thing's for sure, no one in sports is safe with you around.
People are in danger when Riley's... What? What? Oh, I love when it's so stupid that you can just easily like hit at every single thing, which Riley does a beautiful job right here of hitting at that particular line about being safe in sports.
And not to mention, this is a woman who has been incredibly brave in calling out and witnessing the horrific sexual abuse that she and hundreds of other female gymnasts faced at the hands of one sexual predator, that predator being Larry Nassar. In the same breath, believing that vulnerable women should be forced to strip down naked in front of men in locker rooms so long as it makes the man feel happy. If Larry Nassar came out as trans, would Simone think it's responsible or safe for him to be housed in a women's prison? Then, out of the blue, she tweeted this: bully someone your own size, which would ironically be a male. Which is hilarious, really for two reasons. Number one, she's acknowledging there are differences, like physiological, biological differences between men and women in saying this. Secondly, I'm 5'5", which might seem like a giant to someone who's like 4'7", 4'8", but I'm pretty standard size for a woman. I guess like relatively muscular.
She's like, I'm jacked, yeah. So good. I love this. Go, Riley, go.
An athlete, I would imagine Simone would understand that. A woman who has historically been scrutinized for having a very muscular, masculine-looking body. I could care less what Simone Biles says about me. I'm a very secure person. I know I'm on the right side of history. I'm married, so if she wants to say I look like a man, I literally could care less. The most heartbreaking part about this, for me, is the platform that she has and the amount of young girls who look up to her. That she just, in a blink of an eye, sold out to appear to be virtuous.
She doesn't care. Like, the arrows can fly, she doesn't care because she knows she's speaking truth. And she knows, like she said, that she's on the right side of history here. And speaking of history and how much can change, even in a simple 8-year time span, Riley also found this old tweet from Simone Biles. And I just had to read this because it's too good. It's too good not to share. It's Simone. She's responding to a photo of the photo that particular tweet has been deleted, but I think it was like of a young boy just having fun and competing against like a young girl or something. And this was like a lighthearted tweet, but the sentiment is what is important here and what has changed over time. Good thing, guys, don't compete against girls or he'd take home all of the gold medals. Again, said in jest, because some people are trying to be like, well, this wasn't even about transgenderism. No, it wasn't. But the point is the same. Back in 2017, that wasn't a discussion. Guys weren't coming in and winning all the girls' sports yet, okay? So that's why that tweet is so funny, because she knows. She knows the truth. And she was once able to speak the truth. Now, she is forced into silence or to ignore the truth to appease the mob. So who is really free in this situation? And who really is an ally and an advocate for women in sports? Riley. All day, every day. And as evidenced by Riley's work, you don't have to win an Olympic gold medal to gain the utter respect of millions of people. You have to do something much harder. Fearlessly speak the truth. Well done, Riley. Keep up the great work. Please. We need you. Thanks so much for watching today's episode. If you want more content like this, make sure to subscribe to our channel and like this video if you enjoyed it. And last but not least, if you want more content, you can also follow me on my personal accounts, as well as our new comment section Instagram. See you guys in the comments.